Hey everyone. Hi, hope you're having a great Friday. Let's get started. Okay. I'm gonna have to try and remember all the controls and stuff now because I can't remember anything. Oh, there we go. Pause, move, print, interrupt. Oh, it's got. Oh, love you. Love you for having PlayStation controls. So, interact, toggle investigate, back, open keypad, highlight mode. Right, okay. Pause. Okay. Okay. Right, we got on the train. Conrad, this is the bartender from Sakura Hotel. Your colleague gave me your cell info. Listen, I want to thank you for not telling him what I did. You're not going to snitch on me later, are you? No, you're good. I don't think you knew what you were doing. I didn't know, I promise. Thank you. Listen, I remembered something that might be helpful. The guest you were after. That Diaz guy? Detective Smale is on the case! Let's go! I think he had a bruise on his arm. I saw it when he was on his way to the van. His instrument fell down. He rushed to pick it up and he suddenly put his hand on his head. I saw a pretty nasty cut between the wrist and elbow. It looked fresh. Thank you for letting me know. Give me a call if you remember anything else. Got a cut on his arm. If I remember rightly, he shaved everything. Okay. Sorry, CDI HQ. We were going to speak to the chief, weren't we? Because the call gal was his client. Go. Oh, the stairs there. Right, okay. I go up there in a minute. Oh, I have to go up there. Okay. I know, tell me about it. Absolutely. Oh, there we go. Just an interact. I'm gonna go along this way just to make sure I haven't missed anything. No, definitely not missed anything. Okie dokie. I'm feeling okay. Just wanting to get next week over and done with, because next week's my surgery week, so. Morning, Conrad. You've got something important. Righto! Yeah, I mean, it should only be a day case, like, hopefully. Either way, stupid gallstone is going bye, but gallbladder is going bye-bye, and I'm happy with that. Yeah, me too. The chief wanted me to tell you that we invited two special guests. They're waiting for you in the conference room upstairs. Who? Why? The CEOs of Millex and Dyson Enterprises. They had dinner with Barney, but right before he was shot. Millex and Dyson, as in probably the biggest mining companies in the world. Honestly, you probably don't even need to say mining for that to be accurate. Holy shit. I wish someone had told me earlier. I'm not exactly prepared for this. Sorry, I just got word from the chief. That reminds me, he also wanted to talk to you after you've questioned them. Alright, thanks for letting me know. Just have a little look around in general. See if there's any information that I can glean. Look like it, but when in doubt, always check. Can't go up that. Okay, can't go up that stair. Go past him? No, okay. Okay, can't do that. I'm gonna keep going up just to see if there's anything I'm missing. It doesn't look like I am, but... Okay, I said it was like 33%, so I'm like... That's blocked off. Okay, right, okay, fine. Good morning, gentlemen. I am Agent Neil Conrad. Good morning, Mr. Conrad. Abbott Dyson, Dyson Enterprises. Morning, Dan. Morning, Dan Kim Miller. Sorry to keep you waiting. Let's get right to the point then. I have a busy day ahead of me. Yes, of course. Two of you had dinner with Mr. Banny last night, correct? Yes. And you're aware of what happened after he left? Oh, yay! Watch Reacher. Reacher's good. Reacher is very good. I would say, yeah, season 1 and 2 are really, really good. Season 3 is still good, but I feel 1 and 2 are better. But Reacher's fun. I enjoyed it. It's a tragedy. Our upcoming negotiations with Banny were all of the utmost importance to our relationship with Drovia. Not that you had any real interest in negotiating. What are you implying? I'm not implying anything. I'm saying very clearly that you only stand to gain from this tragedy. With Banny dead, any real hope for Drovian independence goes out of the window. Which means we maintain a status quo where you already have all you want. That's preposterous. Was I or was I not at the negotiating table? If everything had been hunky-dory, I would have stayed on Milon. That doesn't change the fact that the only ones who will suffer from this will once again be the Drovian people. Oh, come on. As if you give a damn about the Drovian people. The only aspect of Drovian independence you care about is your prospect of selling Telanium to whoever you want. Okay, your competitors. This is a difficult situation. I get it. I'm mostly interested in last night. Let me think. Yeah, let's roll with that. If you don't mind me asking, why were you at dinner with him in the first place? The mining business is an important pillar of system-wide economy. We talk to politicians sometimes. So it was a lobbying thing, and it was just the three of you? Just the three of us and our staff. I wouldn't say lobbying necessarily. Really more of a social event. Of course you sometimes talk business at those. I imagine you do. So were there important business things to talk about? We mostly saved those for the trade summit, which I suppose will be cut short now without its protagonist. I see. Let me think. Did Banny seem paranoid? Did Mr. Banny seem strange last night? Maybe on edge or paranoid? No, but I'd never met him before, so I wouldn't know what he's normally like. What about you, Mr. Dyson? I knew him quite well. We travelled here from Drovia on the same ship. He behaved normally last night, I would say. I see. Let me think. Did Banny have any enemies? Anyone who stands to gain from maintaining the status quo, I suppose. Oh yeah, or maybe anyone who is happy that all of Drovia will be really riled up over this. There was no real chance they would have gotten their independence from these negotiations anyway. But maybe now they'll revolt and just take it. Ever thought about that? I don't think much about conspiracy theories, no. Nobody concrete? Maybe someone disgruntled or someone who overtly threatened him? No. But to be fair, veiled threats are much more common in politics anyway. Any veiled threats then? None that I'm aware of. Me either. I see. Alright, thank you for your time. Could you give me your cell contacts? I might need to get back to you just in case I have more questions. Why not? Of course, there you go. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I like a good sci. It gives me very Blade Runner feels. I like a good mystery. Not always the best at solving them, but I like a good mystery. Right, let's talk to Saito. Go talk to the chief. Where is the chief? Dude, where is the chief? It's sort of like sci-fi noir kind of stuff. I like this kind of stuff. I'm bad at it, but I enjoy it. um, where is the chief? He along here? Oh. Aw, thanks. I'm trying. Where is the chief? Policy. Okay. Centrist. A new study for the Institute for Planetary Equality concluded that both the wealth and income gaps between Gara's rich and poor further increased since a similar study was published 5 years ago. The disparity between upper and lower layer citizens in Gara's central districts is especially striking. In 1834, ground level inhabitants made an average approximately 20% of an upper income, which decreased further to a little over 15% last year. The problem is only amplified by an accelerating gentrification process that is making affordable living space increasingly hard to come by in parts of the lower layers. Those who can afford to stay are often there by choice rather than necessity. A mix of artists, surveillance skeptics, academics, and other small groups within the lower layers are their preferred living space. This is not to say that life for uppers is always easy. The study has shown that the increasing disparities in CEO pay up to worker pay, 400 to 1, average percentages of income that goes to rent, 40%, or other metrics affect virtually all parts of society. I don't know. I know I started a little bit late. Where is the boss? Can I go see the boss? Can I go past you? Where is the chief? I'll go that way. Where's the chief? Where's the... Okay, where is he? Like, it's all well and good, but you're not telling me where the hell he is. He on the other side of this room? Where the heck is the chief? Maybe. I've gotten used to it now, though. It's not too bad. Can't go up that set. Where is he? Second floor, left door. Okay. Yeah. Ah, there we go. Thank you. Agent Conrad, good morning. Good morning, Chief. Saito told me you wanted to talk to me. I do. Let's not beat around the bush. Agent Long already filled me in over the phone. But he told me that you didn't want to reveal the escort agency's client. Yeah, about that. I'm not completely certain that my suspicion is correct, but are you going to make me say it? So it's you. It is me. Why didn't you tell Agent Long you jumped the chain of command? I guess I did. Thank you for telling me first, Conrad. So what makes you think a hostile agent was involved? It seems like the woman who paid you a visit wasn't the real escort. She had a procedure done to look very similar to her. She also seems to be in contact with Barney's murderer. We have a recording of their conversation. It seems probable that she tried to take advantage of your connection to the escort agency. I see. Any idea what her objective might be? You noticed anything suspicious when you met her? Nothing comes to mind. She didn't seem particularly interested in my professional life. Did anything go missing since she visited you? It sounds like you already have a suspicion. Out with it. The fake escort talked about some data she stole, I think, from you. Is that what the sniper is going to hand over at Joris Plaza? Exactly. I don't have any relevant data at home except on my cell, of course. Maybe she got a chance to access your cell without you noticing. Maybe. I will have to talk about that with my own superiors first. One more thing, Conrad. You didn't talk to a girl named Sheila Nowak, did you? I did. She wanted to know if you were all right. Might want to give her a call. Is she okay? I don't know, Android's Dream of Electric Sheep. It is the name of a novel, though, I believe. But I think it's what Blade Runner is based on. I think it's a novel by, I think it's Philip K. Dick, I think's the name of the author. Yeah, she's fine. Looks like she finally has all the money she needs to go to university. That's good to hear. We have to focus on the sniper now. This handover is taking place in less than 3 hours. Let's get down to the mission briefing. They're waiting for us. How was it talking to those two CEOs? I don't know. It was sort of, my brain was going Blade Runner-y, and I thought it might be an interesting title. They don't seem to like each other very much. What do you expect? Top mining guys from Drovia and top mining guys from Gara. They're probably mortal enemies. I expected them to be less open about it. You'd think that rich and influential folks would be more reserved. But the truth is, many of them are most brazen, least classy individuals in the system. Chief seems pretty cool. Now that we're complete, let's recap what we found out so far. Yeah, I can see that. A suspect goes by Diaz, but his real name seems to be Boyd. He is still at large. He shot Barney around 1:39 this morning from the top floor of the Sakura Hotel. Shortly after, he was picked up by an unknown accomplice who dropped him off the lower layers. That's when he switched to a stolen boat as his second getaway vehicle. He docked it at Matuna Harbour, where his ID was picked up from a nearby train station. He then paid a woman called Zora a visit. She seems to be involved in another scheme that might be linked to our case. Earlier this week, she attacked and tied up an escort girl named Lila Clark, to temporarily assume her identity. Yeah. If I remember rightly, he shaved. I think he's got a cut on his arm. He shaved his head, or the wig came off, and he shaved his face, if I remember rightly. Went to see an important client in her stead and stole some data from him. Sniper convinced her to give him the stick containing that data. He'll pass it on to an unknown third party at Joris Plaza at 08:30. Our plan is to intervene and catch the sniper and his associates red-handed. We're going to place plainclothes agents in the cafes and snipers on the rooftops. The operation will be overseen by Agent Kumar, head of the response team. Comrade and I will be watching from the sidelines, ready to go if needed. Joris Plaza is a place with a lot of breakfast joints. It will be swarming with people. Yeah. We have to be very careful not to endanger any civilians' questions. How will we be able to identify the sniper? Conrad has been collecting data on what he looks like. We have to rely on that. Do we have any details on the sniper visited? Not really. She was surprised to see our pair. It seems like the meeting wasn't part of their original plan. We're not sure if he lied to her to get the sticks. If so, it's all possible that he's not planning on taking it to the handover at all. Alright then, cards. Go ahead and submit the sheet on what the sniper looks like. Take your time and go over all the logs and evidence again. We only have one chance to get this right. Okay. So. Logs. I didn't mean to go out of it like that. It was sausage. Ads. Where do I think? Full of bristly red hair, like our guy shaved his entire beard off. Okay. Yeah, this is a good soundtrack. It's captures the tension quite nicely, but it's still very relaxed. It's kind of cool. named Red Herring. Okay. So he shaved his beard off, so he hasn't got a beard. Dang it. There's something. Yeah. Hit laser. Okay. Bathtub. Fancy bathtub. There's something about his wig falling off. I think it was one of the talks with Ed. I think it's this one. Sure. Okay. Okay, so and this is a fella when he started the motor cut. Those were big ass ropes off his bones. Couldn't catch, but he was in a hurry his way. He must have started speeding away. It fell off right off his head. It must have been a hat. Could it have been a wig? Yeah, a wig. He was bald underneath. So he's bald, shaven, and he's got a cut on his arm. Okay. So his hair is bald. Probably cut on. Shaved. Because the tip from the bartender said he cut his arm. Let me just double check the tip. I think he had a bruise on his arm. A pretty nasty cut between his wrist and elbow. It looked fresh. Okay, so yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. Actually, let's just see what the other options are. Fill the case, whiskey bottle. Yeah, cut arm. Happy with that. Okay. Okay. Let's see if we catch the bitch. That's some high-tech equipment right there. T-minus 90 seconds. More crowded out there than I had expected. I don't think our snipers will get a clear shot. Let's hope we won't need them. Did I ever tell you the story of how I joined the CDI? Yeah, you saved Mayor Glover's life when you were still a policeman. Yeah, this is a good track. I wasn't on duty that day, but when I saw that guy pull out a gun, I didn't hesitate. That's what landed me a job at the CDI. Possible target walked up to a woman and child they were talking. Oh. Yet I was so... Suspect from entrance D is being joined. But Unit Alpha, you're up past by the fountain for a quick peek. Nothing had gotten me that nervous in the 15 years since until today. If we don't book this guy today, someone will have to take the fall for Barney's murder, and we are first in line. Whilst we have a look at one of the black shirts sitting north of the fountain. We'll find out soon enough. Target bears similarity to description Alpha. Make a stop right there, tie your shoes. Boys wanted to join CDI and it seemed like that ship had already sailed. Green shirt is being joined by a young woman. Going down now, let's focus. Seems to be a date. Keep your eyes open. Oh, awesome. Leave? Maybe he shows up like... That looks promising. Was the fountain? I get an audio feed. Up the pace. Come on, guys, you gotta get this guy. Seems to be moving towards the man sitting right ahead. They're shaking hands, very likely to be the accomplice. Or a beta, move in and make the arrest. Get the suspect and his accomplice, be discreet. Don't make more noise than you need to. Oh, this is like just, oh, please get him. I think they noticed you. Oh no, that's not good. Let me out, let me out, let me out! Big guy's getting up. You spooked them, get a move on. God damn it! Other guy standing up and reaching into his pocket. Watch out, gun. Let me go! Let's go! We got them. Agent Kumar, I was going to make the arrest when the big guy jumped out of his chair. Started to make a run for it and the other one pulled a gun on me. Luckily I was already close enough to grab it. I think nobody got hurt. Excellent work. Did any of the other people running away strike you as suspicious? No, everybody only started moving when the gun discharged. Good, let's bring them in and see what they have to say. See, comrade, good things come to good people. Sorry, I'm trying.
Once the adrenaline had worn off, the uncomfortable train seat and glaring sunlight were the only things
I'm gonna grab a drink while this is talking.
My implants had been injecting me with a substance keeping me alert and focused all night, and now I came crashing down hard. The confrontation at Joris Plaza had been hairier than expected, but catching the sniper and his associate was a huge win. I wondered if this was the beginning of the end of the case, or just its beginning.
Yeah, very tense. I like it though.
I stopped and left the train, only to suddenly wake up in my seat again and realize it had been a dream. I decided to stand next to the door for the rest of the ride.
Fair enough.
A cool breeze cut into the train cart and through the haze of fatigue when the doors opened.
Okay.
I considered visiting Kat, suddenly feeling an urge to inhale the woody, slightly dusty air in our old apartment. Kat had filled it with what she affectionately called real things. She loved leather, cloth, paper, and plants, and hated the clean metallic surfaces at my apartment. Sometimes I did too.
That's where we were. Where is Kat? Yeah, I want to visit her. I can't quite remember where she lives though. Yeah. I hope that's not my apartment. Yeah, I went to the right place. Nice, I remembered. Oh, hi Neil. What are you doing here? I just wanted to say hello. Really? Who are you? It's nice to see you too. I'm sorry, I'm just surprised. You want coffee? No thanks, I'm actually headed up to bed. I'm just coming back from work, it's been a long night. Oh, that's rough. Wait, you didn't have anything to do with the shootout that's all over the news right now, did you? Actually, I did, but it was practically over by the time I got there. Oh my god, are you okay? They wouldn't have let me go if I caught a bullet. You don't say. I mean, are you emotionally okay? Was I ever? Okay, I get it. You don't want to talk about it. No, it's fine. Sorry. I'm okay. Thanks for asking. What was the whole thing about? I can't really tell her, can I? You'll hear it on the news soon enough. Well, I'm glad you're back in one piece. I have to catch the next train, and if I don't want to be late for work. If you still want to talk tonight, we can grab a drink. I'll have to head right back to H as long as I'm known as sleep-deprived zombie. But I'd like that once things calm down a little bit. I gotta run now. Hold on to one more thing. Laura wants to party at one of her classmates' place tonight. I'm not sure if I should let her. She's only 14. But I feel like she has a hard time connecting with her peers, so this might be a good thing. I think let her go. Laura's very mature for her age. I'm sure she'll take care of herself. Yeah, you're probably right. See you, Neil. Please don't get yourself shot. Okay. We successfully went and seen our wife. Or ex-wife, whatever. Okay. The giants are talking. Yeah. Okay. Gustavo Trample. While everybody's eyes were trained on Banny and Robertson at the Trading Summit's first day, a few other notable discussions were going on in the background, most notably the mining giants Dan Kim Millex and Abbott Dyson Enterprises got together in person for the first time in their lives. Their relationship is tense. While Dyson extracts the majority of Drovia's titanium, its profits are severely undercut by its status as a colonial entity. By contrast, Millex is not only able to sell its ores directly to places like Themis and New Duran, but it also buys up titanium from companies like Dyson to resell it at a higher price. The ore prices at Gara Hazels have not changed in a long time, and while costs have steadily increased, Dyson complained in a recent interview with the Drovian Trade Journal. At this rate, we won't be able to turn any profit at all in a few years. Millex CEO Kim assured that his company will critically examine the situation, but added that the margins are not that big. The idea that we exploit other mining companies based on Drovia is not based in reality. Whether anything will change between the two companies remains to be seen. However thin they want us to believe their margins to be, it is important to keep in mind that both CNOs are billionaires with a history of underpaying their workers, cutting corners, and initiating mass layoffs whenever their companies have faced financial problems in the past. Ah, no worries, Pan. Thank you for stopping by. Okay. Where's my... Hey, wait a minute. Anthony. Huh? I know you. You're the guy who came to our flat yesterday. You told that old scumbag to leave my sister alone. Oh, it's Sheila's brother. I did. That was really nice of you, man. Didn't think you uppers would help out us Savians. She left this morning chasing her dream. I'm glad I could help. I have to get home now. Have a nice day. Sure. Watana's blessings, man. Thanks. You too. Aw, yay! Sheila got to go. Yay! I got cigarettes, but I'm not smoking. There we go.
I got into the elevator and leaned against a wall. I was so tired in that moment that my reflex of emotional repression whenever I saw Kat didn't seem to work anymore. It hit me with an unusual clarity that, even a decade after it had ended, I hadn't ever fully let go of her. I wasn't sure what to make of it, whether to be happy or to finally push myself to it. I concluded that I would probably just go back to repressing it altogether.
We need to feed our pet, don't we? Hey, Horace, how's it going? Probably could do with some feeding. I don't have any pets. Unfortunately, we're not allowed to have pets in the house. We don't own our house, we rent, so... Unfortunately, we are not allowed to have pets. Let's go to sleep. Trust me, if we could have a dog, we'd have a dog in an instant.
The early evening was disorienting. I sat up on my bed and allowed the memories from the previous night to pour back in. Banny's body, the hotel, Lila, the shootout. I tried to put it all in an order that made sense and got on my way back to work.
Right, let's go.
A hint of the good mood that had overcome me outside of the villa returned. Once again, it stemmed from what had made me join the CDI many years ago. The feeling of doing something instead of taking a back seat and waiting for death. There was a time when a lack of purpose threatened to consume me, lurking underneath meaningless daily routines and self-doubt sabotaging everything.
Yeah, I know that feeling, dude. I can relate with that.
Outside, I felt even more alienated than usual. It was like they lived in another reality. Many were just getting out of work, looking to do some shopping, meet a friend, have a drink. Maybe I would find my way back to that reality one day. I wanted to, yet at the same time hated the thought of it.
Is there anything I need to... Oh, okay. Train, though. Let's go train. Okay. Oh. Cyber attack? Uh-oh. I don't like the look of this. This is not good. We are the liberators, defenders of... These values have been integrated for us in our society for centuries. But lately they've increasingly come under threat. Religious radicals calling themselves Savient Front are aiming to establish a theocratic government on Drovia. Savient faith is based on superstition and rejects science, to the point where it endangers the lives of everyone under its thumb. We all saw 4 decades ago something when a Savient state is left to run its own devices. We can't let history repeat itself. We demand President Robertson end this madness now. Put a stop to all independence talks and reinstate full Garian rule. We removed the radical Savient Joseph Banny to get it started. Oh shit. If you do not start implementing measures to meet our demands, more Savient lives will be spent to protect our collective future. The Savient population on Gara will be taken hostage. Oh shit. Until the Garian population on Drovia is guaranteed its freedom. We must stand up for them if our government won't. Await our next move within 48 hours. Oh crap. It won't be as silent as the first one. That's not good. That is not good. Conrad, did you see that? Yeah. It was on all the screens across the city. Come to HQ immediately. Yeah, no shit. I was already on my way there, dude. We got big trouble. Yeah, that is not good stuff. So there's a terrorist group basically threatening all the Savients. Don't you threaten Sheila. Sheila's a good girl. She wants to go to university and be awesome. That they're going to take the Savior population. Oh, sorry. Savior population hostage? How are they going to do that? I'm just going to... Gary, what are you doing out here? Thinking. Strange how the city looks the same as always, as if nothing happened. That's a good thing, right? Fucking liberators. Ridiculous name. For whom are they liberating us? From a handful of superstitious lowers? Pathetic bullshit. Every single institution on this planet upholds the freedom of our people and their values. It's not like we're letting some religious fanatics take over the solar system. And somehow we didn't know anything about those fuckers before everybody else. One more thing we missed. At least we booked the sniper and his associate. They're both being interrogated downstairs. So far, they're not very cooperative. I'm playing along you. Fair enough. We at least know who they are. We scanned them. Sniper's a complete ghost. He got a fake ID right before he checked into that hotel. The other guy's a businessman from Drovia. His name is Abraham Gonzalez. He's a CEO of a company called Power Up. They manufacture Tylanium-based batteries. Both the guy and his company seem harmless. No criminal record. Strange, why would someone from Drovia help an anti-Drovian terror organization? I have no clue. What about the woman? Any updates on her? Nothing so far. We do have another lead. Saito is trying to find out where the announcement was broadcast from earlier. But the most important lead are those two douchebags in our basement. You have a way with words, Conrad. Get down there and see if you can get them to talk. Will do. Did we secure the drive the sniper had tried to hand over? Yeah. And? What's on it? About that. The chief said the Attorney General seized it. She said she has to evaluate if we have the required clearance level. The AG? Are you kidding me? That's a crucial piece of evidence. We need it. I suppose they'll let us in on it soon. There's no time to waste. We have to assume the next attack is less than 48 hours away. Our higher-ups know what they're doing. You think? Let it go, Conrad. Go talk to the chief yourself if you have a problem. Ah, and one more thing. There's an article about Gonzalez's company in the news today. You might want to download it and have a look. Okay. There's a thing here to download stuff, isn't there? Yeah. Okay, let's read the Gonzalez article. Power Up battles bankruptcy. It's no secret that the Drovia-based Power Up, one of the planet's most important battery producers, has been facing monetary difficulties for several months now. Technological developments over the last few years made Tylanium the most efficient material to build high-performance batteries, overtaking lithium and others by far when it comes to battery life and weight. However, since Drovia is a Garian colony with no economic autonomy, Power Up doesn't have the right to buy its Tylanium directly from the mining companies based on Drovia. Oh, that's so dumb! The latter are forced to sell the resource to Gara, which is in return sells the Tylanium to all companies processing the material, including those on Drovia. In light of this development, it has become increasingly difficult for non-Garian companies to keep prices competitive. This has put Power Up, like many others, in an increasingly difficult spot. It did not come as a surprise, therefore, when its CEO and founder, Abraham Gonzalez, publicly supported the cause for Drovian fight for independence last week. As representatives of the Association of Drovian Electric Companies, he accompanied Minister Bani on his business trip to Gara to defend the interests of his industry during the discussions between Drovia and Gara. So he's pro-independence. What is going on? You should stream Killer Frequency one day. I've heard of that. I have heard of Killer Frequency. In the basement, they said, so I'm guessing we're going down. Oh, yeah, there we go. We can now go down. I'm just going to have a little look around first. Why have I not got thingy mode on? Okay. Yeah! Here's talk to. No, no, no. I'm just having a little look around, see if there's anyone to talk to. See if the chief's in. See if the chief's office is available. And you can rest assured that we know what we are doing. I didn't question that, but that data is one of the most important pieces of evidence we have right now. The Liberators said that their next attack will take place in 48 hours. That's pretty damn soon. We really need to take into account everything we've got if we want to catch these guys in time. I already told you that the contents of that stick won't help you find them. How can you say that? Having a better idea of your enemy's motivation is always important. And you know that you were director of the CDI for over a decade. Liam, please, I've got a lot on my plate right now. I don't have time to discuss this over and over again. The data is about something that happened during your time at the CDI, isn't it? What are you talking about? I looked at my cell's history and saw which folder that woman navigated to. I don't have the access rights, but I'd really like to know what is in there. There was a lot going on in 1800. Let me be very clear, Liam. I can't work with a chief who doesn't trust my judgment and questions my orders. We've been doing this for a long time, Amelia. I deeply respect everything you have done for the Garian state, but as CDI chief, I see it as my duty to protect all Garian citizens, and I'm sure that's in your best interest as well. I don't have time for this now. I'll let you know what the next steps are going to be. It's going to be about the opening, isn't it? The tutorial section. Okay. Good evening, Chief. Agent Conrad, how can I help you? Let's just start with I was wondering what the AG is doing here. We had a little discussion about our plan of action. Nothing you have to worry about, though. Was it about the data? Was it about the data? Honestly, I don't understand why parts of the puzzle are being kept from us. It makes no sense. I agree. Listen, Conrad, I'm currently trying to find out what that data is about and why we don't get access. Don't you have a suspicion, at least? You know what was on your cell when it was accessed. Data was on the CDI network, and apparently it was something I don't normally have access to. Until I know exactly what exactly we're looking at, I'd like to ask you to respect the chain of command. I'm getting an important call any second. We can talk later. Okay, dude. I'm gonna trust you, Liam. Yeah, more wordless. Alright, let's go interrogate some buttholes. That's the wrong way. That's the wrong way. I need to go this way. The way. Hey, Holloway. I've been told that our guests are eagerly awaiting me. They sure are. I suggest you talk to Gonzalez first. It's the usual rich guy crap with him. He's going to be surrounded by lawyers in a few hours. At least at that point, he's going to be hard to get any more out of him. Oh, for fuck's sake. Why is it that people can just buy their way out of here? We're lucky he's from Drovia, so he doesn't have a lawyer here yet. But he does have a Drovian lawyer on the line right now who's going to annoy the hell out of you. He's somewhere in space and has a communication delay about 30 seconds from what I understand. So if you want answers, you better have a strategy for making him talk quickly. Because you can be sure that lawyer's going to shoot you down your questions once they reach his ears. He's also going to call you on your bluffs, so be careful. Got it, thanks. Saito did some digging and compiled a number of documents that could be useful for your interrogation. First, he gathered some basic information, and you can take a look at your AR module. List of all incoming and outgoing calls from Gonzalez's phone. Okay. Cute. Give it a read. If you have any more evidence that incriminates our guy, go before you go in. Okay. Where's the board? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Eyes, thighs, and chest. Okay. Call records of Abraham Gonzalez. Outgoing call 2200. Outgoing call anonymous. Incoming call anonymous. And the 08023. That's his lawyer, I'm guessing. Oh no, there's 2 there. Okay. 2 anonymous calls. I'm guessing that's the Boit. The burner. 55842. I'm guessing that's his lawyer. 08023 is the interesting one. Where's the board? Is it still going off? I know. It's working, that's the problem. Oh, not ready yet. Where's the board that Saito's like made? This it? Room on the right. At the bottom? It wouldn't let me go in. It won't let me go in. This it? This is Saito's room. Got it? No. Huh. Right, it definitely said there was something from... Oh, right. I'm being an idiot. No, I know it's fine. It's fine. I'm an idiot. I know what I should have been doing. It's my bad. I'm an idiot. There we go. That's what I should have been doing. Abraham Richard Kenneth Gonzalez. 1790. So he's 50 from New Joran. Single, Saviance. River Sector 1 since 1830. 1810. Degree in engineering at New Joran. Training on Dravia. Foundation of Power Up. PE grant for young founders. CEO of Power Up. Okay. Yeah, he's got 2 middle names. I'm gonna go back to Plato's room, see if there's anything in here. Alright, I don't think there's much else I can do to prepare here. Guess we're just gonna have to go for it. Right. Check the board again. CE grant for your Monrovia. You're an elite university college for business. Okay. Something else. Communication delay. This. Any more evidence? I don't think there's much else I can do right now. I'm as ready as I'm gonna be. We know. He is not my associate. I didn't even know he was called Boyce. Okay. Okay. Page the I was just following instructions. I had no idea who I was meeting with and still don't know. Heck. Nice to meet you, Mr. Miller. Who paid you? Yeah. Okay. Shortly after I booked my flight to Gara, I was told to pick up a storage module here and send its contents out on my way back home. Send it where? They were going to contact me. I have no means of... Who are they? I really truly don't know. The person who contacted me spoke Drovian, that's all I can say. Wait, so whoever put you up to this is Drovian? Why would they work with an anti-Drovian terror group? I don't know, but I'm 100% sure they were from Drovia. I got paid to do it and not to ask questions. My company really needs a cash injection right now, which is true. He's filing for bankruptcy. You're complicating things for yourself and for us. My god, calm down. It's not like I've said anything that incriminates me. Well, he's right. I'll wait for my legal team to arrive. Fine. Okay, so we got some good information. We got some info. He doesn't seem to know much, which in itself is interesting. More than nothing. Good luck with the other one. He's a tough nut to crack. He hasn't said a single word yet. Not sure if he has an emotional reaction to anything. We know nothing about the guy. He's a complete ghost. If any evidence that could be useful, we should go over it before you talk to him. Let me know when you're ready. Okay, what have we got? Okay, I think I'm just gonna have to try and wing it. Yeah, let's go for it. Alright, let's go for it. I want the... Uh... Where's Grindel? There we go. Fishy. Uh... Yep. Okay, let's just go for it. Let's go for it. Okay, Boyd. Okay, make quite a mess up there. No worries, Pan. Most wanted overnight. Your friends just announced their next big project, and you're uniquely qualified to help us get ahead of it. What do you know about the Liberators' plans? Okay, how about this? What's Zora's role in all this? Zora? That's right, Zora, the woman you met last night. I don't know any Zora, but I know you do. Why did you take that stick from her? You told her there was a change of plans she didn't know about, was that true? Or did you trick her into giving the data? Did you want it for yourself? Or did you want to protect her by going to the handover and instead you seem to care about each other? So I'm pretty sure you know how she's doing. How about this? I tell you what I know about her and you tell me what you know about the Liberators. You go first. Alright. You'll be happy to know that we don't know her whereabouts. She wasn't at Juris Plaza when we got you, and for all we know she's leading a happy criminal existence. It's your turn. Who's behind the Liberators? I don't know. I've never met them. They just paid me. Who paid you? I answered your question. Fair enough. Oh, this was fun. Let's do it again sometime. Okay. Okay. Go speak to Saito. Evening, Neil. Hey, Saito. How's it going? Not gonna lie, that video was a little upsetting. I mean, I know that my religion is strange to some people on Gara, but an anti-savant terror group, that's something else. Savient. So I'd be worried about wearing my scarf in public now. Aww. I think those people are idiots, and I'm sure the vast majority of Garians agree with me. I know. Hey, I also do have some good news. I found out where the Liberators video is broadcast from. It's a company called AdSpot. I own most of the billboards in the city. You want an ad played, you go to them. I took a shot in the dark and checked ongoing police operations in the centre. And what do you know? Someone at AdSpot made an emergency call last night. Apparently an intruder forced their way into the server room and gained access to a computer. I made contact with the local police department. They sent 2 officers to secure the scene and waiting for you to come have a look. Fast as lightning, Saito. Great work. Well done, comrade. Now we'll go to AdSpot and take a look around. We really need to get ahead of this one to prevent another attack. Yeah, damn straight we do. Why don't you follow up on some leads while we're gone? Trace the payments to the hotel as well as the mischievous transactions to the escort. And maybe we can find out where the sniper's accomplice got her face changed. Comrade, I'm taking off from the roof. Want to hitch a ride? You know I don't. Was worth a try. I'll meet you at AdSpot then. Okay. Time to go get the train. I like trains. I like trains. Train, train, take me away. Actually, let's just make sure we didn't miss any news updates or whatever. No news. Okay. That's fine. Bum, bum, ba-da-da. Ba-ba-ba-da-ba-bum. Come on, Twain. I need to go. I need to go to AdSpot. Game with the people. Say hi, people. Gava Level Business Center.
During the train ride, every screen in the city had been playing news reports about the Liberators' announcement. They were the first violent domestic terror group with a political motive in recent Garian history. but there was something else that struck me about them.
Yeah.
This wasn't the usual MO of a conservative group trying to maintain the status quo. It felt much more like revolutionaries hoping to effect change by resorting to drastic measures.
Okay. They go back first. Haven't missed anything down here. Who's... Wait, no, okay. I don't know why this is making me want to watch Sin City. Okay. Check for billboards. Check for billboards. That there, okay. There's a lot more glass lying outside than inside. Someone's broke out there. Officer Wong, and he seems pretty nervous about his boss. Hey Conrad, this is Officer Wong, my colleague, Neil Conrad. Thanks for you for filling me in, officer. We'll take it from here. Conrad, the security guard who called the police is still inside. Let's go talk to him. He works for a security firm named Cox that was contracted by AdSpot to monitor their offices at night. I already informed their CEO, Albert Cox, about the intrusion. Or rather, his secretary. She told me that he's been at a business meal since 17:30. But she said she's asked him to return to the office for soon. First, let's hear what the guard has to say. I'm not panicking, you are being careless. I want you to promise me that you stay home today, okay? The officers are here. I'll call you back later. Good evening, Mr. Brown. We need to ask you a few questions. Officers, I really don't understand how it happened. I was just getting a coffee in here and then... I mean, I can't have an eye on all the rooms at the same time, right? It wasn't my fault. Calm down, Sam. We're not accusing you of anything. My boss won't be happy at all when he hears about this. Could you tell us what happened from the start? Broadcast began around 1800. Where were you at that time? As I said, I had left my place at the front desk for a short break, having a coffee in here. I heard the sound of shattering glass and I looked for the noise. When I arrived in the server room, I saw the broken window and the video playing on the screen. I stopped the broadcast as quickly as I could. It all just took... Hold on. They managed to climb in, log into the computer, and start that video within a few seconds? It seems that way. Did you see anyone when you entered the server room? No, it was empty. I went to look outside, but they were already gone. So to be clear, the video could have only played for a few seconds. No more than 10. And if you put a stop to it here, it immediately stops everywhere? Yeah, the screens across the city just mirror the ones in here. Look, my boss will say it's my fault, but I swear to you, Okay, thank you. That's all for now. Alright, I'm sending a sheet to yourself. Okay. Let's do some investigating. I reckon it's him. On investigation mode. Okay. Hey Saito, could you do me a favor? Oh shoot. The presence sensor at the entrance of the AdSpot server room. Any chance you can pull its data from around the time the broadcast was started? Give me a sec, I'll check. I got access, but the sensor doesn't store any names. However, I can provide you a list of every time someone passed through that door around 8 o'clock. Well, 1800 o'clock. Great, that'd be helpful. Sending it to you now. Remember that the sensor reacts every time someone uses the door, no matter if they're going in or out. Gotcha. Talk to you later. Okay. Okay. 1756, 1801, and 1802. So someone went in at 1756. Like 1801 and 1802 could be him stopping the broadcast. But he was in for at least 5 minutes then. See what the sheet. broadcast was started by Cox Ben. Okay, Cox Brown Moore. Okay, this would be the computer they used. Yeah. Windows broken from the inside. Okay. Someone, Cox Security Services, came in at 17:55. Okay. Excuse me, Mr. Brown. Anything start with about tonight? And at any time? Only one time when I went looking right back. Did anyone else enter the building except for you? Just me and whoever started the podcast. I go home soon. My wife's asleep. That video. Afraid I'll stay a little longer and help us find the people behind all this. Feel better if I was with her. I told her earlier and told her to stay home, but she wouldn't listen. I see. Anything else you want to know? About the door cards. We'll use the door card to enter and exit the building. Yeah, Coxgrove has 2 door cards, one in a bad spot. This one and another one in a locker at our. Only our boss, me, and the other guard assigned to ad spot can open. They're not personalized, we just grab one. Who is the other guard? His name's James Moore. Worked for the boss for a. We alternate shifts here at Adstock. Today's my turn. Anything else you would like to know about your relationship? Honestly, I can't say he likes me. I think he's been looking for a reason to fire me for a while. I think I only got the job because one of his top men vouched for me. I see. That's all for now. More information. Thanks, Pan. I think it's more. Cox has been in a business meeting. Who the hell's Chen? Not happy yet. Said only the boss, Moore, and him, so it's kind of gotta be. Yeah, I think it's more. Alright, I'm going for more. Yeah, I'm going for it. Outside then inside. Pretty sure it was smashed on the inside, not the outside. Saying that they broke the window to get out, not in. Exactly, I think whoever started that broadcast walked in through the front door, played the video, smashed the window, climbed through it, and ran away. Why break the window at all then? Probably to conceal the real way they got in. If a pair entered through the front door, they must possess an ad spot door card. That leaves us with a limited circle of suspects apart from the employees of ad spot. 3 people from Cox Security have access to door cards. Cox himself, Brown, and his colleague Moore. Moore works here as well. He and Brown take turns surveilling the facility. Any idea which of them started the... Yeah, someone with a Cox Security door card entered the building at 17:05, short broadcast. It can't have been Brown. He passed the door 3 times since he arrived, which places him. He couldn't have climbed back in through the broken window and to avoid the scanner at the door. No, that's evident from the data in the server room. Plato pulled it for me. Scanner there. Only 2 other people have access to Cox's door cards, James Moore and the boss. Cox has been at a business meeting since 1730, so Moore is the only suspect left. Good work, comrade. You and I should pay his boss a visit to see what he has to say. He'll be back in his office by now. I'll send you Cox's address. Get to the train. I'll see you there. Roger that, boy. Okay. Got a suspect. Well, I hope we got a suspect. Hey, Saito. Neil, good news. I managed to crack the cell of that businessman, Abraham Gonzalez. Found the deleted message that is extremely interesting. Extremely interesting. Seems like someone hired him to do the fetch the data module on Gara. And here's the kicker. The message was sent from the Mercurius network. The what now? The Mercurius network is only accessible to really big companies. It has to be publicly traded and count more than 10,000 employees. What's more, the message was sent via a highly encrypted channel on the network. Those are exclusively accessible to high-ranking executives. That means whoever sent this message to Gonzalez is someone high up at a big company. Not just high up, it practically has to be the CEO. Okay. Sounds like a solid lead. I'll forward you the message with all companies in the solar system that match the criteria. Okay. Did manage to extract a message from the slaver's cell. Like he sent it to the woman who stole the data from our chief. You might want to have a look at that as well. I'll forward it. Copy that. Okay, let's have a little look. List of companies. So, Dyson expected. Millex expected. Okay. Mining. Nobi, Hanel, Millex. Body enhancement. Tilenium. Yeah, I think we sort of need to focus on Tilenium, so that basically gives us Hanel, Millex, and Dyson. Okay. As soon as you left the Gaia network, you will be provided with the exact address and the data to read. You are strictly forbidden from asking questions or trying to find out what the data is about. Discretion is of the utmost importance. As soon as the modules in my possession are agreed upon for you, transfer to your bank account. Sorry, you probably figured out by now that I lied about Williams asking me to prepare the hand. Pretty sure you're mad as hell, and I'm sorry for that. Thing is, I have a really bad feeling about this whole mission. Got her. Promised each other that this was the last job we would accept, and we would get out of it all afterwards. However, over the I realised that going back to normal after all those years scares the shit out of me. I'm not like you. What I'm trying to say is if I don't get out of this, I want you to quit nonetheless. Do what we were planning to do. I'm sure it will make you happy, maybe not immediately, but surely after a while. If everything goes as planned, I'll be with you in no time, or I'll find a way to get used to life. If it doesn't, don't look back and don't come looking for me. Wait. Aww. Okay. Currently thinking that might be a suspect, but yeah. Don't have enough evidence, yeah. Need to do some more digging. Come on, Twain, let's go. Okay. Right. Dun, dun, dun. Balloon market. Okay. Go to Cox Security. I'm gonna look around here first. Okay. So we're gonna go to Cox Security and speak to Mr. Cox. Cox. Yes, I am that mature. Okay, who's calling me? Hey Gary. Conrad, I'm having car troubles. I'll be there soon. Car troubles, huh? Save it, Conrad. This is literally the first time you got somewhere faster than me. While you're waiting, you could swing by the restaurant where Cox presumably had dinner to check his alibi. We asked them to send over tonight's surveillance footage. They said that their camera is unfortunately broken right now. Seems to be one of those locations where privacy is part of the service. The restaurant is in the layer above Cox's office on the train station. Go upstairs and take a left. You could have a chat with his wife if she's still there here. Her name is Yvonne Cox. See you in a bit. Okay. Go left. Oh, that's not helping me, is it? Guessing this is the restaurant. No, okay. What the gap? Okay, it's on the layer above Cox's office and the train station. Go upstairs and take a left. Left there. Yeah, hi. There we go. Go left. There we go. See if there's anything first that I can. Okay, it doesn't look like I can, that's fine. Do I have a reservation? No, I do not. Would you please lead me to Mrs. Cox? Yeah, damn straight. You better lead me to her, you bitch. That's why it's wise we keep negotiating with them no matter what Albert says. Mr. Cox? Yes? Who are you? Neil Conrad, CDI. Sorry to interrupt, but I'd like to ask you a few questions. CDI? What did I do to deserve your attention? It's about your husband, actually. Oh, well. Excuse me, Mr. Conrad. Jacqueline Hendricks, attorney at law. Miss Cox is my client. You realize that she's not obligated to give you any information about... It's okay, Jacqueline. Let's talk, Mr. Conrad. Would you mind if we stepped outside? I need some fresh air. Yeah, sure. Let's go. Let's go. Rock and roll. Jacqueline is a little overprotective sometimes. That's how you know a lawyer's worth their salt. You said this was about Albert. What is it you want to ask me? I was wondering if you could tell me where your husband was around 6 o'clock tonight. We met here with Jacqueline at 17:30 and discussed some business decisions over dinner. About half an hour ago, Albert got a phone call and excused himself. That was us. Sorry for interrupting your dinner. Did Mr. Cox act strange in any way over the last few days? I have no idea. Last time I saw him before tonight must have been 2 weeks ago. Albert and I don't live together anymore. We have all but separated. You're getting a divorce? Maybe. It would be very complicated for our business. I see. Well, that's all for now. Thank you for taking the time. Gary, what's up? I'll be there in 10 minutes. What about you? Did you talk to the wife? Yeah, she corroborated his alibi. Do you believe her? I didn't have the impression she'd lied to protect him. Their marriage is apparently more of a pragmatic arrangement at this point. I see. Listen, I got bad news. Moore's not home. He's on holiday, according to his wife. Said he went to Manami Tree Resort. We're currently trying to confirm this and get a hold of him. Why don't you go talk to Moore's wife, see if you buy that story. Later says you're very close by. Move up a layer or two and take a right to leave the market. You should find their apartment there. Come back down to Cox's office when you're done. It's right near the train station. Yeah, I know where the office is. Okay.
On my way up to Moore's apartment, I walked through aromatic clouds of fried rice, fish, and mystery meat. I'd been down to Paloon Market once before, with Catherine. It almost surprised me to see that none of the platforms had collapsed in the years since. People were still selling the same junk, some of it probably stolen halfway across the planet.
Okay. Anybody home? Who's there? Agent Neil Conrad, CDI. I already talked to your colleagues. I know, I'm sorry to bother you once more. Sorry. Oh. You said that your husband went on vacation. Is that correct? Why didn't you come in? Can I see your badge? Of course. James went to Manami Tree Resort. His flight left last night after work. Is there a way to contact him? He left his cell here because he wanted some peace and quiet. What exactly do you want from him? I hope he's not in trouble. Why would you say that? Did he get in trouble a lot? No, not lately. Wouldn't everyone be worried about a CDI knocking on their door? Not lately? Does your husband have a criminal record? He made some mistakes years ago, and he did his time for it. What did he do? His boss asked him to make a delivery of illegal substances. James got caught and his boss said he knew nothing about it. Who was his boss at the time? Not Mr. Cox, I suppose. Oh, it was Cox, all right. James was in prison for almost a year and went right back to working for him. He didn't hold a grudge at all? Let's just say he didn't have much of a choice. Hard enough finding a job nowadays, even with a criminal record. Thank you, Mrs. Moore. That's all for now. If your husband gets in touch, tell him to contact me. Here's my cell info. Do you mind if I have a quick look around? Why not, but please don't mess. Okay. Single plate in the sink. Looks like a dinner alone. Occidental, highly addictive substance use. Disease. Okay. Objectives update. Alex wins 10-year. Negotiations in the Hope scandal finally came to close last month. This mining have made negative headlines for almost 16 years when hundreds of employees filed a class action lawsuit against the mine site. Many of them suffered permanent lung damage, allegedly being exposed to harmful gases over prolonged periods in the mining chamber dubbed Hope on Feed. A long, slow and expensive back and forth of appeals followed until last week when the Interplanetary Court finally ruled not be held accountable, did not have to compensate the alleged victim. This conclusion is viewed by many as a great failure of the federal justice system. Neither the mining lobby's system-wide influence nor the Federation's interest in Millex's economic success are a secret, leading to many openly questioning the accuracy of the court's decision. Last week, a delivery van belonging to the company Cox Security was stopped as part of a routine control. Police found an undisclosed amount of mind-altering substances stowed away under the loading area and arrested the driver on the spot, facing charges of drug. CEO Cox. Authorities denied any involvement, claimed the driver was at his own accord. The driver admits fault. He's looking up to 1 year. Conrad had it go most. Doesn't seem to know where her husband is up to. It took a long around their place though. Good, we need all information we can get. I'm almost at Cox's building meet.
Oftentimes in our investigations, the obvious solution would turn out to be the right one. People usually acted in accordance with their interests and their emotions. Whoever we first thought did it, they often turned out to have done it. With Moore and everyone else we had met so far, It always felt that we were at least one step removed from the truth. Nothing about this case was obvious.
Right, saving. Okay, Cox probably waiting for us a while. Heavy building, thought they were a big company. Just one of their bases of operation, apparently. Listen, Conrad, I just got a call from the AG. She ordered us to arrest Cox. What? The AG herself? Why? I thought we were just going to question him. Did you tell the AG we don't suspect Cox of starting the broadcast? I did, but I guess there's been a change of plans. Why does she want us to arrest him? Said that we have strong reason to believe that he is a part of the Liberators. Did she bother telling you what she is basing that on? Oh, no? We don't have time to waste here, comrade. Let's go get him. You want to do the talking? I'll see if I can have a look around in the meantime. I don't think he's going to give us trouble, but keep you on your toes. He is big in the security business after all. I don't like this. Good evening. Sorry I don't have more chairs in here. We'll stand. I heard there was a break-in on Mr. Brown's watch. I didn't expect this sort of slip-up from him. I apologise. We're not here for him, actually. Mr. Cox, you're under arrest. You are suspected of providing support for an interplanetary conspiracy. I see. Oh, shh! Oh, let's get bad-ended. Why do I feel like I just got bad-ended? Well, crap. Phew, okay. Okay. What do we do now? I'll tell the chief what happened. Let the adrenaline settle and hook yourself up. I'd pay for a quick checkup. I'll just wait to see if Moore or Cox turns up. If they do, I'll give you a call. If not, I'll see you at HQ. Ooh. This is not usual. Okay. No. Oh no. Oh no. Spontaneously. Okay. Alright. Our daughter's gone missing. That's not good. I think I'm just gonna go see her. I'm kind of worried about Laura. Where I want to go? I'll soon figure it out. I'll soon be like, no, that's not the right way. Here, isn't it? Hey. Yeah. Okay. Aww. Yours? Same. I know it's silly, but sometimes I wonder why it didn't work. Time when I was so sure we were a perfect match. I've asked myself the same a million times, and I came up with lots of different answers. We were too young for a kid, I was too focused on a job, our place was too small. I wanted to find one good reason to explain it to myself, to make sense of it. Honestly, I think we were just bad at it. We couldn't stop fighting about the same small bullshit. We kept hurting each other for no reason until the point of no return. That's it. Maybe you're right. That's sad, don't you think? Yeah. Don't worry too much about Laura. Fine. We should be happy for her that she's having a good time at that party. You said it yourself that she had some trouble fitting in with the other kids. Yeah, I know, it's just... I think about the shit I did when I was her age. That's probably why I worry so much about her. It turned out okay, and I'm sure Laura will too. She's smart. I can barely keep my eyes open. I have to go home now before I fall off this roof. If Laura isn't home in an hour, give me a call, okay? I will. Thanks for swinging. It was nice to be up here with you again. I'll stay a little while. What a throwback, huh? Nice. See you soon. Okay. Developments in Barney's murder. As previously reported, Drovian Foreign Minister Joseph Barney was shot dead by an unknown assassin last night around 1:30 AM. Attorney General Amelia Thorne announced this morning that CDI had already arrested the suspected killer but did not elaborate on his identity or motives. Liam Campbell, chief of CDI's Terror Prevention Unit, was in large part responsible for Barney's visit stay, is expected to make a statement of his own later today. Daniel Morav, Savian Prime Minister of Drovia's colonial government, called the murder an extraordinary failure of the Garian state, adding it was a scandal that Drovian politicians have to fear for their lives on Garian soil. Drovia today has already spoken to two witnesses, Mr. Barney's personal bodyguards, Carl Smith and Lisa. They were both president of the villa at the time of his murder. Both are reported to have been treated respectfully by the CDI, that the Garian authorities showed genuine concern and professionalism in the matter. That's good. I really like this piece of music. This is really, really nice.
In the glass. There were so many things on my mind. Laura's disappearance worried me more than I had shown. I thought maybe it had been the wrong call to let her go to that party. In hindsight, it probably wouldn't have mattered. And then there was Cox. He was somewhere out there. At the time, I was hopeful we'd catch him and get some much-needed answers, but he hasn't turned up to this day.
Welcome home, Mr. Wait, what? I'm sorry, I didn't understand. Okay. Understandable. Is that Zora? Show me your face, turn around. It's Zora! I don't like it, to be honest. You're the one who assaulted Lila. I'm Zora. Nice to meet you. Slowly put your hands up. I'm here to talk. Put your hands up or I'll be forced to shoot. Nobody's forcing you to do anything. What do you want? We need a guy in CDI to help us out with a few things. And why the bleep would I do that? We have your daughter. I should have led with that. Oh, god damn it, they've got Laura. What? Took your daughter, Laura? No, you're full of shit. You can ask your ex, she's not at home. Nothing, she's fine. You work for the Liberators, right? I have a record of your conversation with the man who shot Banny. Is stealing little girls really how they're trying to stand up for their ideals? You'd have to ask them. I don't know or care what they believe in. We're just getting paid. Or rather, we were supposed to, but then you showed up and botched the final step of the plan. The Liberators asked you to steal the Chief's data and deliver it to them? So you pieced that together already? Yes. What was on that stick that made it so important? No idea. Wait, you don't know either? I thought you had the drive. I don't. And I don't think I'll get my hands on it anytime soon. Who has it then if you don't? My superiors, if it still exists at all. That complicates things. I guess we'll have to move on to plan B right away. Since the handover went south, the Liberators refused to pay us. We need that data to get our money after all. This is where you come in. If you figure out what the data is about, we might be able to locate it in the CDI database and extract it. I'll send a private sheet to your cell, submit it to us once you found out. I will do no such thing. Don't be difficult and hand me your cell for a minute, will you? Why? You don't need me to open a sheet. That's for something else. I need access to the CDI network for a second. What for? Set up a backdoor for our hack. Why are you telling me this? I could arrest you right here and... But you won't. And I doubt you could. I'm telling you this because we work together now. And the better you do your part, the sooner our client pays us, and the sooner you see your daughter again. If you do anything on my cell, they will trace it back to me. Don't worry, I'll use someone else's credentials. Whose credentials? It doesn't matter. Give me your cell. At least tell me who I'd be throwing under the bus. Gary Long. No way! No! He's your only bargaining chip. I'll try and find out what the data is about. That's got to count for something. Ah! You won't want me to get in trouble like this. I'm too important for you. Has to be... No, use mine. Or I'm not giving it to you. Fine, but my boss would be happy about it. This wasn't the plan. So that's it then. I gave you access and I tell you all. Find out the data. That was just the first step. You keep dicks. Please just let her go. She doesn't have to suffer like this. I'll help you anyway so you'll leave us alone. No, can do. It's not my call. It's really what you want to do with your life, murder and child abduction. I don't have time for this. We're done here. Answer my question. How do you live with yourself? You work for the CDI. Don't you kill and abduct people all the time? Spare me your moral relativism crap. I'm not a mercenary. Sure you are. CDI is trying to do the right thing. You, whatever the highest bidder tells you. The right thing? What kind of childish nonsense do you believe in? You don't have to believe in anything to not be evil. I don't believe in anything in particular. And yet here you are talking about good and evil. Because we know what that is. We have an intuition for it. Bullshit. There's no such thing. We invented it. No. Look, this lizard over here. That's my friend. Never done anything evil. He can't. All animals just do shit for a while and then they die. Look, are you trying to keep me talking? You can't pretend to not care about anything. In fact, I know you do. You were separated from someone you care about. What are you talking about? Sniper we caught. You care about him, don't you? You wanted to start a new life with him. That's none of your business. But it's funny you mention him. Thanks to you and your colleagues, I won't ever see him again. Can you just tell me it was bad? Put people away against their will? My daughter harmed nobody. Your friend killed someone and might start a war.
As soon as the woman disappeared into the night, my facade slipped and I nearly collapsed on the balcony floor. I took out my cell with shaking hands and tapped on Laura's face in my contacts. Maybe. She didn't pick up. I resisted the urge to call Catherine next. I couldn't just tell her about what had happened. She knocked on my door in the early morning, but I didn't open. I tried to decide on a course of action, but I couldn't concentrate. My mind alternated between trying to remember my last conversation with Laura and conjuring up horrible images of her tied to a chair in some basement. Sometime later, my alarm rang. I got up to go to work, not sure if I was ready to talk to Kat. I must have stood outside her apartment for a few minutes when I finally made a decision.
We're going. Oh no. Oh no, this is bad. I don't like this. Alright, let's go. Is there any news? Any news? Is there any news? Is there any news? Doesn't look like it. Okay, we can get it from by HQ. Alright, gonna go. Another like 15 minutes maybe? I've probably just sealed my fate by saying use my login. I'm not gonna throw a bro under the bus. That's not how I roll. Eerie. Oh man, I don't like this. This does not feel good. Okay. Less than 24 hours after Barney's death, an organization calling itself the Liberators has claimed responsibility for the team right of a movie Screens all across the capital playing their radical message. If you weren't there, this is what they said. Hello, fellow citizens. We are the liberators, defenders of progress, freedom, and reason. These values have been integral to our society for centuries. They have increasingly become that. Religious radicals call themselves the Savian Front, aiming to establish a theocratic government on Barovia. Savian faith is based on super science to the point where it endangers the lives of everyone under its thumb. We saw 4 decades ago what happens when a Savian state is left to its own devices. We can't let history repeat itself. Sorry. Ugh. We demand President Robertson end this madness now. Put a stop to all independence talks and reinstate Bulgarian rule. We remove this radical Savian just finally to get it started. If you do not start implementing measures to meet our demands, more Savian lives will be spent to protect the future of us all. The Savian population on Gyra will be taken hostage, and until the Bulgarian population on Drovia is guaranteed its freedom. We must step up for them if our government won't, and wait our next move in the next 48 hours. It won't be as silent as the fair. So far, the authorities have not confirmed that the people sending the message were in fact involved in Foreign Minister Bani's death or the chilling announcements that the end may pertain to. The same with the Guardian Gazette does not support this message and will continue to stand for togetherness and inclusion in these difficult times. Okay. Listen, Comrade, I might have been a little intense. He's a specialist, you understand that, right? So it's been hard on us all. Gotta run. Nice. Yeah. Okay, let's go talk to Saito. Good morning, Neo. Hey, Saito. Gary told me you had some new intel for me. Inboard over there. Give you a quick overview of it. I'm James Moore's wife. Bank statements, maybe you'll find. Well, there's Stevie, the guy that you Albert caught. Deviant, and he grew up on Drovia. Who knows, he still might. What's also interesting is that he changed his name ago. Shoot, we're running late to that meeting with the chief. Let's go. Say the rest. Albert Bolton. Wait, Savian Cop. In Sector 2, the one that blew up 40 years ago? Exactly, Bolton Security was sued into oblivion over that incident. Eventually went bankrupt when Cox had finished school. Name moved to Gara when he founded his own security company using grant money. That other guy founded stuff with his grant money. Dude, you need to say something. Okay. No! No, don't resign, Liam! I want to go talk to the chief. I want to go talk to the chief. It was good working for you. Not like he could have done much more to protect Bunny. Both know that doesn't matter. Heads needed to roll for this. Why? It didn't sound like you were arguing about Bunny's death. You are aware that you can be suspended for eavesdropping on your superiors. In fact, it seemed like you were suspecting the AG of something. Is that the real reason she wanted to get rid of you? This one is out of your league. Just respect the chain of command. I see. Chief? Why did we arrest Cox? I mean, it looks like it was right on the right call. We didn't know at the time. And why didn't you give us the arrest order? Oh. The AG didn't tell me why she wanted to do it, so I refused to give the order. You don't know either. No, it seems like it's classified, same as the information on that stick. As pack up my things, I wish you the best for the CDI. Thank you. The cell contacts haven't changed lately, have they? Haven't changed in years. Good. That was unexpected. Fudge, I can't believe I'm standing in for the chief. I never thought they would pick me. I have to call my wife. I guess I'll be doing some overtime in the next few days. Don't you think it's strange that the AG fired him? Got to admit she never really liked him. Maybe she was waiting for an opportunity. Someone had to get fired for banning staff just for the optics, don't you think? Maybe. But the chief always did an excellent job. It didn't have to be him. I'm not thrilled about it either, but we should focus on the Liberator's threat. I don't want to start my new job with a string of terror attacks. Let's recap what we got so far. Listen up, squad. Time for a little wrap-up. I suppose you're all as surprised as I am about the chief's sudden retirement. However, we need to focus on the Liberators and their plans now. Let's go over everything we've got so far for once more. Previous Prime Minister Barney was shot dead by a sniper who goes by the name of Boyd. Boyd then went to see a woman called Zora who seems to have been a deviation from the original plan. He convinced her to hand her a stick with the confidential stolen data. Next morning, Boyd met another man to hand that data. Abraham Gonzalez, CEO of Jovian Company Power Up. There was extracted a deleted message from Gonzalez's cell which proved someone paid him, fetch the stick and send the data to an unknown address once he was outside the Garian network. That leads us to believe that the data cannot be sent unnoticed via the web, which applies only to the best kept secrets of the Garian government. We don't know who paid either of them, but the message to Gonzalez was sent via an encrypted channel on the Mercurius network. That means it has to be one of the higher-ups of a larger publicly traded company. We don't know what was on the data stick because we haven't been cleared for access yet. Yesterday morning, an anti-Savient terror group called the Cells Deliberated publicly broadcast a video. It was announced second time within 48 hours. This broadcast was sent from the AdSpot building. They operate all the billboards across the city. The time the video started, the building was being guarded by a Cox security employee. We have reason to believe that their perpetrator was another employee of the same company, James Moore. Twice says that he went on holiday to Manami Tree Resort, but they never turned up there. We're currently running a planet-wide search for him, but without success so far. CEO of Cox Security, Albert Cox, opened fire on Agent Conrad and myself when we went to arrest him. Why were you arresting Cox? It was an order from the Attorney General. Fortunately, Cox managed to run away and burn down large parts of his office building. He apparently had something to hide. We are searching for him as well. Do we think that Cox is a key figure behind the Liberators? He's certainly involved with them in some way, but he doesn't have access to the Mercurius network. I have to assume there's some bigger fish behind Cox, which is also strange as he is a Sabian himself. He grew up on Drovia. Our current priority is to prevent any further attacks. Alright, I want you to support the ongoing manhunt for James Moore. Young, we brought some stuff back from Cox's office. Work your magic on it and let us know if you find something. Saito, you keep gathering as much information as you can on our prime suspects. Comrade, you should check whether you can establish a motive why Moore would support the Liberators. Gary, take a look at all the evidence you've got, including the information Saito put on our pinboard. Roger that. We also brought our sniper in for a second round of questioning. Mike could give it another try, see if you can get something out of him. Gonzalez surrounded himself with lawyers. Could be a while to get to interrogate him again. That's all for now. Bank statements. Compensatory maintenance. $10,000 is a lot of salary. He needed the money for his wife. He needed the money for the lung cancer or the lung treatment. And a pregnancy test. Okay. You missed. Extended shortened short reaction time increase. Evelyn. So he needed the money for her for the lung treatment. Alright, let's go speak to our Boit again one more time and then we're gonna call it a night. Time no see. Still not the talkative type, huh? Okay, listen up. Things have changed since we last spoke. Turn off the cameras so we can talk freely. Your people have kidnapped my daughter to extort me. Last night your friend Zora came to my home to talk to me. Don't get your hopes up. It's about money, not your freedom. Please help me free. Who are those guys you and Zora are working for? We both know I can't give you the mercenaries, that's all I can say. Where do they keep Laura? No clue, we have a bunch of hideouts in the system. I don't even know all of them. And that's a pretty huge organization you're part of. We're not just some thugs, we're professionals. You want me to help you? I'll give you one piece of advice. Do what they tell you. If I do, will I get her back? We usually keep our end of the bargain. Why are they blackmailing you? People who asked you to shoot Barney won't pay them, prevented the handover. Now they want me to help them get the data back. There's not much I can do for you. That's it. Talk to Gary! Gary! She didn't seem to know anything. Maybe she'll tell you more with her husband. Alright. I'll see. Alright, I'll ride the train and then it should hopefully save. No news. Okay, that's fine. Wrong way. I fail. Okay. Let's see how we go. Hoping I'm gonna get a save.
Once again enveloped by the smell of the market, I thought back to the man I had been when Kat had brought me here. How did it all go so wrong? Deep down, I knew the answer. I was just too scared to commit to my family. was so much easier to care about something that didn't have to like you back. That wouldn't go away if you didn't want it to. For me, that was my job. But ironically, protecting myself like that only made it hurt so much worse. Now that Laura was out of my reach, the pain of being separated was only amplified by the knowledge that I had missed so many opportunities to be with her.
Yep. You suck. Alright. We lost save 1 minute ago. Okay. We're gonna call it there. I'm getting a bit tired. Getting a bit tired. Let's see who we can go host. If there's any. I was trying to find her phone and failing miserably. Yeah. Okay. Let's see who's on. See who's on. Is there anyone? Really? Yeah, there's no one really on, to be fair. Okay, I'm just gonna call it then. I'll be back on Monday with some more speed runs because needs to, get good and stuff. And then hopefully we'll be back to this on next Friday and we'll hopefully make some more progress. I just want to see. How far it's saying I'm into it. Oh. Gonna bring me out there. Right, there we go. Switch profile. 67. So we're about 2/3 of the way through. That's kind of good. So hopefully next week we can finish it. Getting about a third of the way through each run. So hopefully we can do that. All right. Okay, gang. I'm gonna see you next week. Have a great weekend, and I will see you around. Bye.